Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
Hello, everybody. Hello, it's great to be here. Let me weave you a tale really quickly. Have you ever had a nightmare where you're all of a sudden you're back in high school and you're taking an exam on something you did not prepare for? This is essentially what's going to happen today. Unfortunately, there were some unforeseen circumstances. The actual runner of this category, who was originally accepted, is not able to run, and I was given 2 hours notice that I have to now run this game that I have not run for 8 months. So, there's going to be some great moments, and there's going to be some horrific moments. And if I come in underestimate, it'll be a goddamn miracle. So here we go. We're going to do some Ratchet Clank into the Nexus. We're already ready to go. I set up everything beforehand. We can start. Is this the button that we have to hit?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me look. Commentators to my left.
Ricky, what's up? Hello.
To my right.
I'm Sneepy. Hi.
All right. Ricky, if you want to hit the button, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I'm already out of bounds. That took about 3 seconds, and if I'm being honest, I'm actually incredibly pleased that I hit that because I've messed that up a trillion times in practice. And so this is Okay, so the first planet, Nebulox 7. This planet is where everything can just go horrifically wrong. So if I can get through this without any major hiccups or soft locking the game at all, I'll consider this a smashing success. These are nightmare launches. You can throw boxes down at your feet, and if you backflip into them, they launch you super far. You'll know when I get a good one because I cannot stop myself from audibly moaning. It's just going to happen. So we're going to just kind of go out of bounds for a little bit. There's a little bit of platforming, a little bit of maneuvering. There's some giant holes. They're like barely visible. Like you can see like there's like a structure to all this, but then there's just like these gaps. You have to jump over them. And if you don't make it over them, you will fall infinitely, which is one of the soft locks that I mentioned earlier. While I'm already past them, it is very easy for me to fall back into them because I'm kind of walking on a tightrope here.
So this is obviously, so you see it on the screen. It's a New Game Plus run, so Xem has all the weapons, all the items, or, well, just all the upgraded weapons in the game here. So things like the Nightmare Box, I'm going to call it the Rhino. I forget.
it is a Rhino.
It is a Rhino.
Okay,
yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. So those are going to come in handy very, a lot later, just to like kill bosses and enemies really, really quickly, which makes this run a lot more focused on movement, and you'll see a bit of that later.
Yeah, so this game in particular, it's very different than a lot of the other Ratchet games. A lot of them are super movement-based, super like very input-intensive. This has some elements of that, and it also has elements of just kind of being a little bit relaxed. I mean, it's mostly about precision more so than speed. Here's another place where I can completely soft lock if I mess up. Okay, I avoided a soft lock. Good for me. All right, but it's not over because if I die here, very, very bad things happen. So.
Spawn in there.
What?
Where you just were. Do you spawn in there?
Yes, and that's really bad. Actually, that one's not as bad as screwing up the first one, but it's still bad. Okay, hold on. I can salvage this. We land right here. We long jump here. Yeah, this is like, again, like if these platforms look small, it's because they are. It is not easy to do all this. And it's actually, as a matter of fact, back when I ran this category, those 7 or 8 months ago. God damn it, I hate clipping back in here. Okay, we're gonna go back out of bounds. That's no problem.
Easy.
As long as I don't die, that's the big issue. If I die, then we're kind of screwed. But I think we're actually safe from this point forward. I think this is unsoft lockable, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
major success for me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
This is what we call a dub.
Yes, if I can actually just get up to this platform. Okay, we open up the door, and now we're finally at the very, very front of the ship. The nose, the cabin. Is there a ship? Do people know ship?
The cockpit.
The cockpit.
Yeah, that's the one.
Thank you. I'm glad someone.
The non-native.
So now this is a grav ramp section. This is essentially, I mean, like, all that movement is tricky, but this is kind of like the secret time save. Like, the difference between a good runner and a great runner in this game is how fast you can maneuver through here.
Yeah, isn't there, like, one here where you can get across two?
Yes,
actually?
This is actually the one right here, and then you can kind of, I screwed it up, you can kind of sneak over there if you do it properly. It's all about just kind of getting the sharpest angles you can get.
Yeah, getting the flicks, you know.
That's a pretty decent one. although still a tiny bit slow. This one, for some reason, like I can't stop myself from getting extremely enraged whenever I mess up even a single one of these. So if I just scream randomly, don't be alarmed. But this is the last one. We are safe. We're done with Nebulox 7, and we did not soft lock.
Fire. Fire.
This is a very good sign. This is basically this and one other planet are the only ones that I'm really super worried about, but it's a marathon run. You never know what could happen. Anything can go wrong at a moment's notice. And basically, we run on I forget which version. I don't even know the versions anymore. But essentially, there's one version where you cannot like hot select weapons on your D-pad. We're running on the one where we have the 4 most important weapons attached to each button on the D-pad. So it's the Rhino on down, the Nightmare Box on right, the rocket launcher on left, and then the black hole grenade on up. And I don't think that's the actual name of the grenade. I don't even remember. And frankly, I don't care. So here's this jump, and it's a really stupid jump, and I mess it up a lot, just like that. So, yeah! First death to run, baby. Let's get it.
Shouts to Sneefy for getting that started.
No,
Yeah.
I had to let him know.
Yeah.
All right, this should be decent. Okay. Yeah, that's even though that looks really simple, there's a lot of invisible walls you kind of have to maneuver around there to not screw that up. But now we're back in bounds. I can hop into this turret, shoot this thing, and I'm going to equip the Nightmare Box because we've got some Nightmare launches ahead of us. You're going to get to see the full power of the Nightmare Box on display throughout this run,
Yeah.
assuming I can actually do it properly. So here's one attempt that failed miserably. Here's another attempt that failed miserably. Okay, hey, but here's the thing. This one can't possibly go any worse, right? There we go. That's
nice.
a good one.
Good one.
That's a good one. That's the important one.
Yeah, the Nightmare Box has like a multitude of uses, actually. One you'll see later on is you can actually stand on it, which, yeah, you'll see later. But it can also be used for clipping and also these Nightmare launches here. What Xem has to do is, like, jump and then, like, backflip into it as, like, the box kind of pops out, and it'll give you a boost forward. Which is actually, how recent is that?
Nightmare launches were found, they're actually not super recent, but the applications of all the Nightmare launches, a lot of runners didn't really want to like lab them in as that much, but then I kind of went sicko mode and just kind of labbed them in wherever I could. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. That's just kind of the gamble that you run with the trick like that, where it's like, it's very dependent on just like trusting you can backflip properly. Like it's not as simple as just backflipping into it. It has to be at a specific angle, it has to be at a specific timing. So yes, I do mess them up quite a lot, but like it's just fun to go for them. Just because, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Your long jump? I mean, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Yarrick. So that's the second planet. There's only 6 planets in total. We're on to number 3 here. Once the game lets me into the ship. This is Crag. They all have 5 letters for some reason after Nebulox. It's Yarrick, Crag, and then Psylocke, and then Thram.
Thram.
Well, and then what's the last one called?
Igliak is 6.
Igliak is okay. Well, most of them have 5 letters.
Damn.
So
I also thought they all had 5, actually.
yeah. So that's not even a fun fact anymore. I just kind of wasted all your time.
You just filled the loading screen.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the arena. There's not really a whole lot of interesting stuff that happens here. Most of it is just going to be like me throwing the black hole grenades or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah, pretty simple objectives. Either rounds or like you have to destroy like some plants and or a boss or something like that. The boss, by the way, does not take very long, especially because we have everything upgraded.
Yeah, here is a funny fact. Like, I'll point this out ahead of time so you guys can pay attention to it as it happens. For some reason, this game does a really weird job of like not giving bosses invulnerability frames. And so there are times when you're just standing still and it looks like nothing is happening, but I'm just lighting the boss up with as much DPS as possible. It's really, really strange. I'll make sure to point it out when it happens. It happens in like a couple more missions here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just cleaning up this first one. The grenades take care of most of it, and then you use the Rhino just, you know, get the rest.
I think since the rest of the run is a little bit more fast-paced, this is probably the only time we'll be able to squeeze in some donations, right? Yeah. So if you got anything you want to read, any messages, go ahead right now.
Sure do. We got $100 from C-Dazer saying, got to donate to the first Ratchet Clank run this marathon.
Let's go, Was that C-Dazer?
Yes.
Did I hear that correctly? C-Dazer, I think, out there in the crowd, if I had to guess.
We also got $5 from Scoom saying, good luck, Xem. Show them how much you love this game.
Thank you. I trust me, I'm going to need all of it. Sneepy, how do you feel about this arena?
I'm loving it.
Yeah?
Get it.
Yeah. What's not to love about it, right? So yeah, now we're on a mission 3, and I forgot to swap to the weapon beforehand, but it's the only time you get to see like the bomb glove of this game. I don't even know what it's called. No, wait.
Fusion grenade?
The fusion bomb. That's
Okay,
what it
I
is.
almost got it.
The only time you get to see it in the entire run, and you only get to see it for about 8 seconds. So, oh wait, I missed a crab. Where's the crab? Where's the crab? Oh yeah, also, if you thought you heard something, your ears are not deceiving you. Every time you fire the Rhino in this game and just like hold down the fire button, it plays Night on Bald Mountain, like da da ba 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 ba. So like you'll hear it eventually. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
And it doesn't just continue. Oh, here's the boss, by the way.
Oh yeah, so I'm holding R1 as the boss is loading in, and it looks like nothing is happening, but then you're gonna see his health bar immediately chunked to half. It's because Ratchet was just firing the Rhino the entire time. So,
and also, every time you repress R1, it just plays the song over. It
Yeah.
doesn't like continue or remember from where it left off, so you just...
I'll make sure I spam it like from time to time just so you like...
Oh yeah, it's the best part of the song.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
So here we're actually going to do our first difficulty warp. Difficulty swap warp?
yeah.
What is it even? I don't even know what the exact term for it is. But basically with difficulty swapping, it's actually faster to pause the game and change difficulty than it is to watch a lot of the cutscenes. So we did it once. We're about to do it again here at the very beginning of Psylocke. And this is the planet that I'm actually also really worried about. There's a couple ways to soft lock this and a couple ways to just lose minutes on end. So here's hoping it goes even remotely smoothly. So we're going to start by doing like this weird little maneuver up top to this lamp and then long jumping over here. Obviously not intended at all. And then, oh, that was a decent nightmare launch. Listen, that's not even close to as good as it gets. Oh, that's not good. You can also go backwards if you don't do it properly. And it's like, maybe like the most like disheartening thing when you're on a really good pace and you launch backwards as fast as possible. All right, here's another chance for a good one. No, 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 no.
Bad box.
No, that's not good enough either.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, okay. Let's try this one more
they're
time.
bidding away, but this should still be possible.
Now, the game is lagging a little bit when the Nightmare Box explodes, so it's causing me to mess up my timing a bit. That's not good enough either. Actually, I might have to take a death here because I don't have enough Nightmare Boxes anymore.
You need some more to clip out later.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more. So again, it's a hard planet.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of rust.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try this again. Another Nightmare launch attempt. That was a decent one.
Yep.
Not bad, not bad.
Small dub.
I hate this double jump hyper strike, but I keep hitting it, so I'm not going to complain that much. There we go. That's a decent one. But like, I'm really looking for like a juicy one. Like, you'll know when I get one. Trust.
There we go.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
There we go.
That's a good one.
The crowd's loving it.
As long as I beat the train over here, then we're in good shape, which it seems like I am. I'm not going to get run over or pushed off the tracks.
Oh!
That's a good
Okay.
one. See
there we
what
go.
I mean?
Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, now here we have like I have to hit the checkpoint from below, so I think I just did that. I have to go into first person and clip out here. Just barely clips you out. This is another spot where I can die and lose a lot of time. So we're gonna throw this down, hyper strike on top of the box. There we go. That looks simple when you hit it,
Nice.
but it's not simple at all. Muka has a joke. There's a moon in the bottom right corner, and he calls it moon RNG. It's 100% consistent, but don't tell anybody I told you that.
It's RNG.
It's RNG. As
Yeah,
far as
just
we're
let him
concerned.
live in his world.
But the reason I pointed out is because when the moon is on screen, you cannot maneuver Ratchet. But as soon as the moon disappears, even if the screen is completely black, you can move him. I was hoping this guy would get sucked up by the black
Boss
holes.
is dead.
Boss is dead. Here's another boss coming up. If I do my job right, you won't even see the boss, which will be kind of hilarious. So I'm going to throw a grenade here at the statue's head, kill these guys here, and hope the boss did not get sucked up. That's kind of unfortunate. But there you go. Boss is also dead. Thanks. We're not out of the woods yet, though. This is the soft lockable part. If I screw this up, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. There's a little strat you can do here that if the plane did get sucked up into the black hole, I could be able to just fly here without having to touch the pad, but unfortunately, I have to walk to the pad like a loser. But it's all good, you know? Everyone loses sometimes. We had a Tekken tournament. I lost. It was really bad. So.
Yeah, I also lost.
I didn't lose.
You didn't enter.
That's true.
That makes you the biggest loser of them all.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, woo.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. No, this is fine.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, let's all boo Sneepy.
Okay, watch your words. The power of the crowd right now.
Power of the crowd. So we're just got to clip through these little walls right here. This is the soft lockable part. I have to make sure I do not fall off of this invisible platform, and it's funny because it's invisible. I did not fall off the invisible platform, so that's great. And now we're about to enter the boss fight. Oop. I did not soft lock the game.
Money. Good stuff.
So now we're gonna one cycle left in here. He's supposed to go away, but now he's just completely dead because I just lit him up and he had no invulnerability frame. So that's the end of the boss. There goes Neftin. He's dead.
We love bosses dead.
Yeah, we love bosses dead around these parts.
Yep.
We have a little bit left of Psylocke before it's done and dusted. I have to get to the end and just kill a few more enemies. There's not really a whole lot of like boss fights in this game that are actually like hard or long or meaningful.
I thought you were gonna end it at there aren't many bosses, but but there's been like 5, but they're just 2 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, well, I was actually going to try to go the route of like long, doesn't have anything long or meaningful like any interaction I've ever had with a woman. It was supposed to be a self-burn, you see. Yeah. There you go. I apologize to any woman I've ever dated who's watching this. That was meant to be a self-burn, not a burn at you. Okay, so we have to kill a few enemies here. They should just be spawning in very consistent spots. And that's the end of the level. We skip the cutscene. We have some more moon RNG in the bottom right corner. As soon as that moon goes away, I regain control of Ratchet, even if the screen doesn't show it. I enter the ship without even being able to see the ship. We go to Thram.
That was pretty good RNG.
That was pretty good RNG.
We like that.
Yeah, we manipulated the cycle by me messing up so much. So it ended up working out. So we're on to Thram. This one has some really weird stuff. It's kind of known for being like the planet that's not interesting enough for runners to practice, but still hard enough for runners to mess up. So I'm gonna try to shoot this one guy from over here and kill him before I enter the cutscene. I think I killed him. We're gonna difficulty warp again.
Does this keep talking to that guy?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
He's stupid. We don't like talking to him. So if I did it right, yes, I have 3 out of 10. Those are horns. We need 10 of them to be able to get the charge boots, the only meaningful bit of movement tech in the entire game, which will be really nice. But it's kind of hilarious that we only get it for one planet. So I'm gonna go for a really juicy nightmare launch here. And yeah!
Yes, okay.
All right.
Good. If he didn't get that, he would have. If he got a worse one, he'd have to like land on the rocks at the bottom there, and then climb all the way back up.
I don't know who's so excited and screaming in the back, but I love you, and I hope you
Anna.
please keep screaming as often as possible. So yeah, we should have 10 horns. I died as the thing was dying, but it should still give me the horns. And now we're gonna just mash triangle a little bit, try to buy the charge boots twice. For some reason, the charge boots just don't work on the last planet if you buy them normally, or you can't skip. I don't know. I have the world record in this game, and I still don't know how any of it works. So this game is an enigma. The only person who actually labbed this game ever retired, and so we can't get that information anymore. But now here we're on the final planet already. Things are going pretty smoothly, I gotta say.
Yeah.
So we gotta skip this as quickly as we can. I think I may have screwed up, so I'm gonna have to watch an additional cutscene here. Yeah, it's okay. Ratchet wanted to just like mac it with his girlfriend for a little bit, so he's just chilling. So now we pull out the nightmare box. We're gonna go out of bounds once again. I ideally avoid the lasers, but it's kind of hard to like go over and between them sometimes. I'm just gonna get burned a couple times just because I have nothing else to do. So we turn the lasers off here. We set up another nightmare box, double jump, hyper strike on top of it, and now we're just gonna be going out of bounds. Sneepy, how do you feel about this?
Oh, I mean, look at it.
Yeah, so we're out of bounds. This jump sometimes like loses a lot of height, but this time around it did not, and I did not die or lose any times, which is fantastic. We're gonna difficulty warp again right here just to reset the checkpoints or the. I don't know. Listen, I just play the game. I don't think about it. So now we have a thing. I'm going to go for a strat that's actually really difficult. This has only been done in the segmented run of this game, which means that like the person had infinite attempts to put it together. This is hard. Let's see if I can hit it. Maybe, maybe. Yeah, there we go. That's the segmented strat.
Good stuff.
It skips having to do like a few more seconds of this room. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy to hit that. We're going to jump as we enter the cutscene here because it maintains a bit of momentum. And now we're going to clip through this elevator and be pretty much halfway done with this final level. And now it's just a matter of
Also, tech, don't worry. Audio is like here is totally like gone.
Yes, yeah. This game is not super well made, if we're completely honest.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Insomniac, you know we love you, but like we got to be on. We got to keep it $150.
Yeah.
I did not land on the taxi somehow. Okay, now we can difficulty warp again. We need to be on either hero mode or legendary mode. You cannot be on cadet mode, the easiest mode, because we need it for a specific clip. And I'm overlapping 2 cutscenes, so we don't have to watch another one that saves a couple of seconds.
Taxi strats?
Taxi strats, you know, we love a good taxi strat in this community. All right, this is actually a hard jump.
Yeah.
I gotta like actually hit this, otherwise I'm in a bad position here. We glide off a little bit, and then ideally glide down, and we're
okay.
in.
That saves like several minutes, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the problem is if you mess that up, the boxes break underneath you, and then you can't do it again. You have to do like a weird backup strat that I messed up a trillion times in the practice room. So, all right, we're going on to the final boss fight now. Quick, easy, and to the point here. We're going to dodge the cutscene because we don't like talking to these losers. So we're going to go around them instead. Yeah. Yeah, give it up for not talking to losers. And now, yeah, this is the final boss. We're just going to line it up. He has 3 phases. This is the end of phase 1. So now we're going to do, it's shoot the boss, then magnet ramps, then a clank section, shoot the boss, magnet ramps, clank section, and then shoot the boss. So this is 2 of 7. We're done with 2 of 7. On to 3 of 7. We got our first clank section of the game right here. One of the only 2 clank sections that we actually do, and one of the only clank sections in the entire series that's actually any fun. So that's something. So what we're gonna do is, instead of doing this whole puzzle, we're gonna use this box to kind of just clip Clank out of bounds here. And we're gonna try to maintain some momentum. This is a little tricky, and I have to be careful to not soft lock the game here. I did not soft lock once again, but we're not out of the woods. That's like the easy way to soft lock, but it's still possible here if I'm not careful.
Yeah, punching.
That's a soft lock. Yeah, I was not supposed to touch the left analog stick, and I knew it as I was hitting it. But you know, we all make mistakes sometimes. Sleepy, how did you feel about that?
I'm really sad about that one.
Yeah, me too.
That one's tough.
I mean, look. I mean, look at it.
Look at it.
2,
Yeah.
3. Okay. I like to like count it out for some reason. I don't know why. It has no like bearing counting those numbers out. Just don't look at me. I don't. All right. This time I did not touch the left analog stick, so we did not soft lock. How amazing is that? All right, you guys want to see a crazy trick? I got something really cool to show you. Watch this one. It's going to get a little wacky here in a second. So you're not supposed to be able to move during this cutscene, but there we go. So now this is phase 2 of the actual boss, and phase 2 is done. So now we have another magnet strip, and again another clank section. Yeah. I'm gonna try my best to just only do this in 3 magnet strips. There's 1, 2, 3. Look at that. We have to restart the challenge here. I don't really remember why, but I think it kind of messes up collision if you don't restart it. Here's a little strat.
Okay. Oh yeah!
Look at that!
Oh, okay. This man went this close to the screen.
I accidentally stepped on Snoopy's mic cable while he was like yanking it under my feet. All right, there's only like 10 more seconds of the run. We wait for this cutscene. I hold R1. So
I'm gonna hit that.
You're gonna hit it.
Bam.
All right. The miracle of the Nexus run is coming to its conclusion, and there's no way I can spend 6.5 minutes on these next few seconds of gameplay. Here we go, and time.
There you go.
Woo!
Good stuff, man. That was pretty clean.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's not
Good
bad.
moon RNG at the end there.
Great moon RNG. I mean, how can you possibly complain? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little bite-sized Ratchet and Clank run. This is the first ever speedrunning marathon, I think, in the history of speedrunning marathons, where we have not one, not two, but 3 Ratchet and Clank games in the marathon.
3.
Yeah, we got Sneepy playing Ratchet and Clank 2 tomorrow over on ESA Marathon 2. And then the 2 of us are racing Ratchet and Clank 1, one of the last runs of the marathon. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you turn to all of them. And I want to give a big shout out to all the PlayStation peeps turning up here. You're all amazing. It has been nothing but non-stop love in this community, and it's incredible. If you guys at home feel like being a part of it, we got something really special here. So, commentators, you guys have any final words that you want to say?
I guess if you want to run this game, there's Discords and stuff. There's channels for every single Ratchet and Clank.
Every single one.
Yeah, in the Discord. So feel free to join if you want to run Nexus or any of the other ones. Maybe you'll feel inspired later in the marathon after seeing Rack 2 and 1.
Yeah.
I think definitely watch the AGB race. I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, on the final day.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass.
He's like, we'll see about that.
It's all in good fun here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, ESA.
Peace.
Peace.
Well, before I let you go, we did get a few more donations in during those last half of that run. We got $50 from Ruby Revolver. Saying, good luck, Sam.
Let's go, Ruby.
It's awesome to see you run and to see how many of your viewers, supporters are here in chat to cheer you on. Cheers.
Let's go. Zemi A's in the chat.
We also got $5 from Lab Lavender saying, big thanks to our hero Zem for coming in clutch last minute. Rack Pack sending love.
Thank you, Lav. Appreciate that.
We also got a $40 donation from Pip Sprite saying, hey Tolly, did you know you were doing a great job and you have nice hair? Because you do. Thank you.
You are doing a great job.
You're doing a great job.
Your hair is nice.
Thank you.
They're spitting facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, with that, we are ready to take a quick break once again to get ready for Hitman Blood Money, which will be coming up after the break. So again, in the meantime, make sure you stand up, stretch, make sure you stay hydrated, and we will be right back with more speedrun content.